Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to the latest polling numbers out. We're going to go ahead and look at those latest polling numbers as we always do. Then I want to go over here. We're actually going to look at this consensus forecast, and we're going to play around with the numbers and see kind of how they've changed. This is kind of like election prediction type stuff, and see how the numbers have changed over the last, couple months. And needless to say, it's been quite dramatic. Okay. Just if you've never watched one of my videos before here on this channel, I'm not registered to vote. I don't vote. I don't want to push any political agendas against my channel. So I'm just kind of here to kind of give you guys the results and kind of what's going on with these polls, so you can get an idea of who might win the election, who might not win the election. So we're just going to look at whatever's come out in the past day, because I covered yesterday, obviously, what was going on the previous day. So these are all things that were added in the past 24 hours, essentially. Okay. So out of Texas, we see this one, Biden up 1 there. I think most people believe Trump's going to win Texas. I mean, that would be, I think, a shocker if Biden somehow won Texas. So we'll see what happens there, but it's likely going to be, it's Republican. So Michigan, out of there, we're seeing Biden up 11, Biden up 9, Biden up 11, Biden up 12, Biden up 11, Biden up 8 there. Pretty large, at least as far as some of those numbers there go. Colorado here, we're seeing Biden up 10. Arizona, we're seeing Biden up 3 and Biden up 9 there. New England, 2, I guess. We're seeing Biden up 11 there. And then South Carolina, we're seeing Trump up 5 in South Carolina there. So South Carolina obviously should go red as well. Pretty much don't matter what. So, I mean, kind of what we've been seeing. There's nothing that crazy here. These numbers are pretty much what we've been seeing consistently, time in and time out again. So, I mean, just not much is changing right now, honestly. What I thought was more interesting that I would bring up today is this. So, there was a lot of people that believed, and I'm not just talking about Republicans, I'm talking about people in the middle, I'm talking about Democrats. I think there was a lot of people that believed prior to the Rona that Trump was going to win the election, right? A lot of people felt like Trump was going to win the election. The economy was going good. There wasn't any mass drama at that particular time, so a lot of people felt like Trump was going to win it. But what we're going to see over time as things have kind of ticked on, it seems like it's getting further and further away from Trump potentially winning this. You never really know. The polls, could be wrong and things like that. But, this starts out in June. I mean, if we were to go back, I think, all the way to prior to Roney, right? And we were back to February, January, I think these numbers could have been maybe even in Trump's favor. So by the time you get to summertime, it's already likely looking like Joe Biden could potentially win the Electoral College. But watch kind of how time ticks on. So remember, we're starting at 232. This was the prediction at that particular time. And as you tick along here, you're going to see things go kind of more and more in Biden's favor, specifically recently. So July also, now we're up to 268 expected there, right? Now we're up to 278 expected there. And I think we stay around 278 for a pretty good amount of time before it jumps into the 280s. September. Now up to 278, late September, right? We start getting into those type of numbers. Then here, 289. And then all the way up to current, where 290 is expected from Biden here. So, I mean, like I said, you never really know. Things can be different. Polls maybe could be wrong in this whole scenario, but I think it's looking more and more as time's ticking on here. Likely a Biden victory. I think the Rona has obviously hurt Trump really bad. Never mind when he obviously got Rona in the debate and those sorts of things. So, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys tuned. But as of right now, I mean, unless there's some sort of massive change, it's really hard to see a Trump victory in this election. Let's just put it that way, based upon all the numbers and what we're looking at, and from different polls, whether it's CNN, whether it's coming out of Fox News, whether it's coming out of like Independence. Doesn't really matter where it's coming out of. It's looking more and more like a possible Biden victory, but time will tell in this whole scenario, obviously. and I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date as best as possible. Hope you guys enjoy this as always. If you don't mind, smash a thumbs up, share it out with somebody who might care about the polls and paying attention to these type of things. Hope you enjoyed as always, and have a great day. Peace.